Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and Char Vision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on Char Vision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is Char Vision. Hey everybody, it's the holiday season. It's 2017. Happy Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy, what's the other one? Qantas. Okay, so happy. And okay, when I was a kid, I always wanted a Christmas tree, but we're Jewish, so my parents wouldn't let me have one. So my mother made me a Hanukkah bush on the dining room table. It was this very sad looking, like silver, tiny little tree like this. It wasn't even like a pine tree. It was just like sticks coming out. It looked like sad. It was sad. And then she put dreidels on it. I said, Mommy, everybody at school has a Christmas tree. I want a Christmas tree, although I was in a Jewish neighborhood. So anyway, excuse me. So I was in the choir, we sang Christmas carols. And so I love the festivities of the holiday season. I love the decorations. I love the energy that it brings. And today I have a wonderful friend, Brad Schmidt, it's Bradley Schmidt. You like to go by Bradley, right?
Bradley, yeah, that's my mother calls me Bradley.
Okay, so since his mother calls you Bradley, and Bradley, I had no idea you did so many amazing things. He's already done, a lot of trees, but we're taping this ahead of time, full disclosure. But you have done Reba McEntire?
Yeah, I just came back from Nashville a couple weeks ago and was involved in the CMA Awards, and Reba McEntire partnered up with one of the biggest companies I'm working with. It's Balsam Hill, and I'm their Christmas guy. And so they fly me all over to all these different celebrities and country western artists.
That's amazing.
I did her whole home. We did it for her new Christmas album, which she recorded 5 years ago. And so she did it all in her living room. That was a fun installation.
You want to hear a funny story? So
I love her.
I had my hair done yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And my hairdresser does a lot of big stars. So I said, well, yeah, I'm having my friend Bradley on, and he does decorations, and he's amazing.
Yeah.
And I said, I think he just did Reba McEntire's. He goes, oh, really? How is Reba? I said, I don't know.
Fantastic.
I don't know her. He does her hair, too.
Oh, that is so ironic.
How crazy is that?
She is a warm, wonderful human being. What I love the most is I love Nashville, which I haven't been. Nashville's a beautiful city. They love Christmas. The people there are warm, and all our managers and assistants were great.
And so
it was
also
beautiful.
Steven Spielberg?
I've worked with him twice on a couple different events, Christmas and a Dolce & Gabbana runway show that I embellished the whole backyard in holiday decor. When Naomi Campbell was on the runway with them. That was years ago, early 2000s.
I had no idea you did this in Denzel Washington?
Yeah, Denzel Washington, when he lived in Sherman Oaks, which I'm sure he still does, his neighbor lady hired me, and for 2 days I was building all these beautiful white and gold arrangements.
Wow.
And his wife came down. I was in shock, and Denzel came down. They picked it all up, and then they invited me in. I installed the whole thing.
That's incredible.
3 years later,
that was
I kept doing
meant to be.
it. It was meant to be. They're wonderful people.
You're still doing it?
I haven't done it for a while, but it's been a few years. They moved, and so sometimes when people move, they change and shift gears.
I mean, you don't brag. I've known Bradley for a long time, and I had no idea that you worked in South America, Venezuela, Brazil, Mexico.
Oh,
and
wow.
I know you travel to Asia all the time.
I do travel to Asia about 6 times a year. I have an exporting holiday decor company there. I'm shipping out containers of products for special e-commerce companies. And I'm learning my Mandarin, but I miss my other half. You know, it's a hard track. It's 17 hours. But
his other half is Freddie, and I've known Freddie for 20 years.
Freddie.
Has it been 20 years? Freddie's in the house.
We're celebrating 6 years. So
that's so
in a week.
nice.
In a week,
oh, congratulations, you guys.
So yeah, but there's been a lot of great things that have built this kind of like life of holiday decor. And so now that I'm like 48, now people are calling me Father Christmas, knowing that I have that more sophisticated and knowledge of the holiday decor all around.
Wait a second. A recent display of Brad's work in the Dominican Republic led to a partnership with Oscar de la Renta's design team?
That's correct. Yeah, I was down there for 2 weeks in Dominican.
I had no idea you were such a superstar.
Well,
My goodness.
It's just keeping that on my resume has been good for me. But I had so many great experiences down there. They're such warm people, and they love the holidays, especially.
I
down
still
in
have that
Dominican
little
Republic.
ornament you gave me hanging in
Your
my...
Buddha.
I do.
That Buddha's amazing. It's very magical.
It's
Sewer
Buddha-ful.
scout. It hangs from your ceiling.
Yeah,
It's hard. You
still
will never
there.
get another one. That was a one of a kind. You and
Really?
Stuart were the lucky ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it. I love to have
I think of
one.
you all the time because it's hanging in my apartment.
Yeah, that's a great piece.
Wow. So, okay, so when we have Christmas and we do decorations, it changes the energy of our homes.
It does. Yes, it does.
So, and I'm all about energy, and I always say we live in a physical world and we live in an energetic world.
Right.
So, and in the energetic world, it's more about feelings and feeling people's energy and feelings and attitudes. And so, what do you find when you place a Christmas tree somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know where to put it?
Well, when I walk in a room, of course, I feel the energy of the family. I know what the family wants, but I can find that right corner or that right spot where I think that's the focal point, and that's where all eyes are leading when they walk in the room. Whether they have a mantle and a fireplace or the tree next to it, you have to secure that tree in that right area. Sometimes in the middle of the room, but mostly in a corner.
And do you feel like it's an intuitive thing?
It is
like
for me.
an energetic, intuitive thing? Because you're very intuitive.
Being a Pisces, I am, but I
You
know
are a
when my
Pisces.
clients or customers ask me where should the tree go, I can almost in 5 seconds I can feel it. It's got to go there. I get a lot of clients that want it in the center of a room, and it just doesn't feel right. I feel it needs to anchor a wall
Because it's
or corner.
blocking the chi, the energy.
Yeah, that's correct. And so when I get, and then we have mantles on garlands on mantles, so you're balancing that room. It's all about balance, having bowls of ornaments and here and there, festivities.
I
and
think
festive things.
everything to keep us happy is about balance.
It
Our
is.
bodies, our mind, our soul, our spirit.
You're right. That's right.
Everything's about balance.
Yes.
And so when you come into a room, you balance the room.
Balance the room with the colors and the ornaments and the tree, the ribbons, the colors.
And then
especially.
when you do someone's Christmas tree, do they ask you to decorate their house as well?
I do. I start moving things around and books around and get a little
You
carried
do?
away. And they're like, oh, God, I never thought about that. Oh, can you put that ginger jar? And they just let me go for it. And I start digging around in their other things. You have, your
And they keep it.
vases and they keep it.
Do
They
you
keep
charge
it.
them extra?
Well, I charge them my day rate or my extra day rate. My crew gets to stay. But they're very happy with like all the like extra interior design things that I get to do. I play in these beautiful homes. And I've had some great ones to play in.
Okay, so are there rules about like which rooms you should decorate for the holidays or not decorate, or how does that work?
I would say the family room is always the most important because that's where all the children and family members come together to open the gifts, whether that be for any holiday. And then sometimes we'll have a home like in Santa Barbara I do where they have their parlor. And I have one client, she walked in the room and she says, don't put that tree next to those drapes. They cost more than my parents' first house. And I said, okay, because of the sap. And I'm like, and her name's Ursula. So I say, Ursula, it was like, okay, she's the cartoon character. I said, okay, Ursula, won't put the tree next to the drapes. It costs more than your parents' first house. That was the line I'll never forget. And so we never put that, we keep that far away from the drapes. But it's a true story.
Are you still working with Ursula?
We are. Freddie and I are going back up there for 2 days in a couple of weeks.
You are?
Ursula's known me for 20 years. She's on her second husband, but she still uses me.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Like-
She's another cast of characters in my life.
Like husbands can be replaced, but not her decorator.
Not her decorator. Boy, and then her ex-husband fights over me, and he calls me, says, I want you to come to my house tonight, and you can moonlight over there, and I'll pay you more. I'm like, oh, brother, here we go. So there's always the Beverly Hills battle war.
So do they know, do each of them know that you're coming?
Only the children know because the children are can tell on them. Oh,
Okay,
gosh, Brad was there.
but they're still feuding.
They're still feuding.
And the ex-husband and ex-wife.
Yes, I have 3 or 4 couples that feud over me.
That's hilarious.
Happens every year, so I have to be very
Well,
careful.
because
I
you're
have to sneak out one house and go
so
into
giving.
The other.
You're just a giving person. You're
I
always.
love to give, and I want to make sure everybody
that's just
has
your
this beautiful
personality.
holiday.
You're
Thank
so
you.
kind, and you're always like that.
My
Yeah.
mother raised me right. I can have my little Spitfire moments, but I put all that kindness and that energy into my decor, and I stay very focused when I get in the house. And I have a lot of my customers,
You've really come into your own.
and I just do my thing, and they're like, "Wow, this," and I make the right suggestions, and I'm like, "We're going to do this." We're
Okay,
gonna do
so
that."
what other rooms should be decorated?
You can use upstairs in the foyer, like as you go up a grand entrance, there's might be an entryway. We put a tree on the second level. That's just a visual from the street. And in fact, I just did that 2 days ago. My customer's like, I'm not used to it. Maybe we should bring it downstairs. I go, no, you just get another tree.
Do you decorate the outside as well?
We do. We have guys that come and hang up all the beautiful waterproof outdoor.
Oh wait, we've
decor.
got some photos here. Let's take a while and look at these photos. So you
These are some
so
of the
you do
stores
the
that I do.
outside as well?
Do the outside and interior, and then showrooms and stores, retail stores.
All
throughout the United
like do you
States.
like overdo it and when you pull the switch it like blows the power?
I usually try to stay away from electricity if I I have
You
guys.
got
but
that's dangerous, right?
We have overload. I'm always
What's this?
preparing.
What are we seeing?
We're seeing, let's see, that
We're
is
seeing-
at a retail store called Aldecombe, and that is the 9-foot tree on a black and white check background. And what I'm calling that is it's just like a Cirque holiday theme. It's got purples and lavenders and reds and oranges and greens in it. It's just
And do
really
colors
whimsical.
make a difference?
Colors totally make a difference. It cheers you up. You walk in, you could have the worst shopping day ever, and all of a sudden you come into this magical room with colors, and it's like you light up. The kids are always excited, but then the adults are lighting up. So
Yeah,
it's
because
cheering up the
color
whole
makes
family.
a difference for people.
There's a lot more color we're using this year instead of just certain.
And even when
yeah.
we balance our chakras, each
Yeah.
chakra resonates with a different color and a musical note.
It
So
builds that that whole melatonin up and gets that whole thing going, that
the balance.
and gets everybody's
What's that?
excitement. That is a big display in another retail store with a giant. It's a 9-foot soldier next to all shades of gold tree. It's huge.
Where is
display.
that?
That's out here in the valley at Aldecombe. They're the biggest artificial Christmas tree company in the West Los Angeles area. And the west of
Really?
Chicago. They have about 60,000 square foot.
That's a racket, that
Yeah.
business.
I've been working with them for 23 years. I set up in August, July, and September.
Wait. Where did
Oh.
you go, Tony? What's that?
That,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then that's the Stevie Nicks tree.
Wait. Back up one second.
Look
Don't
at that.
go so fast, Tony.
So check out
Okay,
that top
there it
hat.
is. There- okay.
There's our drummer boy. Yeah.
There's your okay.
Yeah. That's cool.
Okay, now Stevie Nicks.
Nicks.
Gee, I wonder why there's a Stevie
Okay,
Nicks
This tree, I have to tell
Because
you, was a big hit. It's
Freddie
15
is
foot.
obsessed with Stevie Nicks. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
His other half is obsessed with Stevie Nicks, and we love Stevie Nicks.
This was
actually.
a 12 or 15-foot flock tree with a lot of crystals and then black flocked hats with like a Stevie Nicks rock and roll twist and musical notes, and had an accent of silver. It sold.
Whoa.
Everything was stripped off the tree. It was fantastic.
Wow.
It was the #1 tree for last year for 2016 in the store.
Where was this?
That was at the Aldecombe again. That's one of my biggest showcases in Los
Unbelie-
Angeles. But then I have tons of stuff with the magazines with Balsam Hill. And
So you do
Frank-
magazines too?
I'm doing all the covers for Balsam Hill starting in May. We
That's
shot tons of them.
incredible.
Tons and tons. There's a few pictures that I sent with the cover with fall.
Let's see.
wreaths and
Let's
stuff.
see the. Well, we'll have to get to that because I think we're going in a row. What's
Yeah.
that?
Now that's another retail store with a giant 60-inch wreath, red wreath, all reds and golds, rich reds and golds, real traditional Christmas. Another
That
cheery
looks
thing.
traditional. It looks like
It's-
Santa's going to pop
Yeah,
in
it's
any
kind of a
moment.
Biltmore look. Yeah, it's kind of that Biltmore estate, a very stateful.
Is there such a thing as over decorating?
Not in my world. I love. Well, okay. There is a limit. The new millenniums, they're like, oh, simple. Drop in. But for me, it's like my customers, they want over the top. They expect me to come in and make magic. And the magic resonates happiness and peace. And when they're satisfied, I'm satisfied. So I just try to go into their flow and really try to get that for them. And I like to do the over the top look.
You do like that.
There's Reba's.
Wait, which is Reva?
Right there. There's
Reba.
Her, that's Reba McIntyre.
Wait, go back.
There's her
okay.
living room. That's
Take
her
a
mantle.
minute. Don't go. Let's see. Can you zoom that in?
That's her mantle. It's beautiful.
Wait, Tony. Oh,
Look at all the
wow.
candles. So we placed the candles, and I draped the garland, draped all the ornaments and ribbon, and did a nice accent. Those are all battery
That's a
operated
beautiful
candles.
home. Is that like a country home?
It is. It's kind of like a transitional
It's beautiful.
chateau type feeling home. It's beautiful, and all the
And
little
where is this
niches-
in
This is in Nashville.
In
yeah.
Nashville.
So we placed
Wow.
her baby
Did she sing
piano.
for you?
She didn't. I didn't get that. I had to take a flight before she started. She started rehearsing, but she sat at her baby piano in the middle of the room. And the album I created 5 years ago, they decided to release, and so she recreated her music videos in that living room, at least 4 of her songs.
Really?
It was really magical. And then now they're having the Nashville Country Christmas this weekend.
Oh my goodness.
And that's all sponsored with Balsam Hill, which is one of my biggest companies I'm working with.
Balsam Hill.
They're my...
Now I know about Balsam Hill. What's that?
Those
are
are
look like
trees.
Christmas trees.
Yeah, there are a couple trees in a showroom that I did in Atlanta, and they're very pretty. One's got like cerulean blue.
I just want you to know it's better than Home Depot.
Well, this is nothing compared. Well, not only that, my trees are like 10 and 12 foot, but these are like, I mean...
And even it's better than Lowe's, just so you know.
I just go crazy with the ribbon and the ornaments, and I call them tree smackers, the large ornaments that are so big, and just
what are those things? What are the red things?
Those are beautiful, big 5-inch boughs of ribbon that I just really, that's like my ribbon work is my specialty. It's just really moving that ribbon off the road.
I didn't realize there was so much intricate things you had to do.
Yeah,
for
and my
all this.
trees are. And now my customers are kind of spoiled. They're like, wait a minute, where's the ribbon? Where's this?
I once found, he once told me that he needed pine cones, so I went all around the property and collected a bunch of pine cones and
which
saved
I
them
still have in front of
you.
me. I
do?
put them out. I spray painted some gold. I put them in my tree. They're in a bowl. They're by our fireplace. And I also have some in another bowl.
I'm so happy.
We have them spread all over. Yeah,
I'm so happy you have.
We
you
use
still
them
have
every year.
those.
Yes, those are the Char
Okay,
pine
so
cones.
if you don't want to use a wreath for decorating your front door,
Yes.
what other options would you have for adorning the front door?
You can use what I call a festoon, and what that basically is taking a 6-foot wreath or a 5-foot wreath.
Do we have any wreaths in there? I'm listening.
Well, you would bend it in half, so it become like a half a wreath, like a long 3-foot piece of garland, and then put the bow at the top, and then just let all the ornaments kind of spill down.
Oh, that sounds so
It's
lovely.
very different, and if you have double doors and you have 1 and 2, it really is nice. Something different.
Is there any like significance about a wreath? Why do people put wreaths on their door?
Well, going back to the days of Williamsburg, Virginia,
Yeah.
that was a big deal, and a wreath signified that you built a wreath upon your family. So if you were in the cotton business or you're picking apples, that's why you see wreaths with apples and pineapples, and they're always signifying the family. So the wreath really started back in Williamsburg, Virginia. That was where the real Christmas
I thought
wreath
it
is.
started in England. I don't know why I thought that.
Well, in the United States,
oh, it was Virginia.
but for England, they've always a wreath symbolizes
See how
the family.
pretty?
But there's a lot more meaning in Virginia about that.
So
That's-
there's your bows, your fancy, famous bows.
That's a champagne pleather bow with all
Wow.
kinds of golds and
That's
chocolates.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
I would think that in feng shui, which I'm not an expert in, but I would think that would make people feel welcome to open the door.
Yeah, that's
to
the
go
whole thing
through
about
it.
it is welcome and to warm up.
And,
Yeah.
and to feel invited and
There's
inviting.
so many styles of wreaths you can do. You can do simple and heavy, and most of my clients are like, well, I want it over the top. I want to outdo my neighbors, especially in this town.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're competitive.
Very competitive, yeah.
Where more? In Beverly
Hidden
Hills?
Hills.
Hidden Hills.
Hidden Hills has become my new Beverly Hills. Although I'm
Really?
doing some homes in Homely Hills and Bel Air, I think those people have all gone and built
Homely
these.
Hills. People don't
Oh,
know about. I mean,
it's
these
very
are very
sophisticated.
expensive, over the top
Yeah,
places.
beautiful places. Yeah,
Over the top.
yeah. We'll be there next week. We have a big.
That's
17-foot
where
tree.
what's her name that used to live? Candy Spelling used to live,
That's right.
and she had that bowling alley in her house.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
I've been in her new apartment. I did some spring work with her with Stuart. but-
with Candy
yeah,
Spelling.
yeah. The penthouse. That
Funny,
was
I
a
should
fun-
mention that. I had no idea that you did that.
That was for her.
She's a nice
show.
lady.
She's very nice. Very
She's
particular.
lovely.
Very clean. Very beautiful whole place. Very lovely.
Is she a good bowler?
I don't know. I didn't have a chance to bowl. I know that I had to be careful with all the Lalique and crystal and all the vases that she gave
What's
me.
that table? Where is that? Is the food good?
That's a fall setting that I did down at the Soco Center in Laguna, Costa Mesa, and I basically did a fall centerpiece and set up a table like in 10 minutes to show how you can fill your table with bountiful, decor using fresh pumpkins and LED battery. And
You should work at Williams-Sonoma. They need you.
That's a very Williams-Sonoma. Thank you. That was a function that was from the Soco. They asked me to come down and bring some of my own product and display it, do a little seminar for them.
Did they have real food? Oh, there's Reba
There's
McEntire.
So that's the advertisement that Balsam Hill is giving away tickets for sweepstakes for people to win to stay at for the Nashville Christmas.
That must be
Country
such a
business.
wonderful
That's
experience.
happening this weekend. Yeah, that's got to be great. I wish I could be there. She's really on fire, and she's really been a big part of all this Christmas this year.
Isn't that great?
It's been
Oh,
great.
that's just so exciting. And what's that?
Well, this is what I would call my very Nutcracker whimsy Christmas look, and this is in a retail store in San Francisco. I've worked with them for years, and every year they do these over-the-top giant nutcrackers, candy colors, very whimsical. So I set the whole thing in a different window. That was a window. We blacked it out, and we just spotlit.
Where is this? In what city?
Up in San Francisco in the Bay Area.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Have you ever done anything in New York?
I've done some things in New York. I have a girlfriend that's working with Bergdorf Goodman. I'm hoping to connect with her.
That would be
But
really.
Freddie and I will be there in a couple of weeks to check out the windows, but I hope I get to peek into one of them.
Oh, you're going to go to New York during the holidays. There's nothing better than that.
We have a good little project.
And you're going to see, you have a project there?
Yeah.
It's so exciting. and you're going to see the Rockefeller Center.
We're going to do all
tree.
that. Take Fred skating.
I've done that. I've
I
ice
haven't done that
skated.
on
I've
Rockefeller.
ice skated in the Rockefeller Center. I ice skated with Stuart. Yeah,
I love it.
and-
As long as I do, I just got to make sure I don't hurt myself because I got more work to do for
Yeah.
the rest
Oh,
of the
yeah,
year.
you got to be
Yeah.
careful. But, there's all these fancy skaters that like to come in and show
Yeah.
off in the middle and do their circles and pirouettes and stuff. I
Yeah,
just
they're good.
like,
It's
as
so
long
beautiful.
as I'm still on the blades, I'm good.
Pershing Square in downtown LA is a lot of fun too if you take the time. It's
Where's
really kinda-
that?
Right in downtown. It's right by 9th. I believe it's between.
Is it
5th.
ice skating?
Yeah.
Let's
ice-
go.
It's really fun.
Let's
It's a lot of
go. Freddie, let's go. Let's go. It would
Yeah.
be so much
fun.
fun.
As long as we don't fall on our butts, we're good. We don't
I
want
can
any
do
broken
it. I
hips
grew up
or-
skating. I'm from Michigan. I'm a Michigan
Yeah.
girl. We loved
And
to
I
ice
grew-
skate. We
grew
used
up
to
in
ice
Illinois. I
skate on the
love it too.
lakes.
Yeah.
Didn't you ice skate on the lakes?
Yes, I did. We did.
Me too. I
We're
used
nervous, but we
to.
ice skated.
I once filled the backyard with ice and made one in my backyard.
Oh my God! So you just took the hose out?
Yeah, I
and
just
filled
did
it
the
all
hose in
and
the
just
middle of the
froze in a
winter. I
couple
don't know.
hours?
My parents
It
probably
was
had a fit, but I did
30
it.
below, and there's a
Yeah.
Char out there getting that
Yeah.
hose before
Yeah.
it freezes.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Is that a different tree?
That's a different tree. That's a really fun tree. That was in a really beautiful home. This woman wanted all white and nice, and she had these gorgeous 4-foot reindeer. And that was a whole scene, a winter scene, and she had just bought that home, and they would use the
So-
white leather. We always theme it out according to I listen to what they want, and we get the components, we buy the product, and then we just go
How
with
do
what they
people get a
want.
hold of you?
It's all word of mouth now. I have my website, bradschmidtdesigns.com, and then people go to
Is
the
it?
different
Is
stores.
did you have that under his name? I can't see that far.
Yeah, a lot of people go to the different stores and locations, and I'm just really word of mouth. And the 27 years I've been in this industry.
And
It's
how
spread out.
early is too early to put up a tree?
I would say I've had customers want it up October 1st. They're skipping over Halloween, which is fine, but I think I don't mind the day after Halloween. I think that's about right. But
Yeah.
then it's funny, a lot of people are just forgetting about Thanksgiving. Remember, folks, we're all going to sit at the table next week and give thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm getting more jobs. Let me decorate the table, but there's a tree in the corner. So
Right.
my tradition with my mother is like we decorate the house for Thanksgiving, then we do the tree on Thanksgiving Day. So I try not to rush them, but I definitely got to if I want the job, I got to get it up early.
And then
we come back and do another tree.
And then how soon do you take it down? When's a good time to take it down?
First week of January, second week of January. So
And how do people
pack
prevent
everything up.
like fires and stuff? I mean, I don't. What's
it's one of the safety thing. A lot of the fresh trees that we bring come from Santa Barbara. They're very safe. They're very fresh. We make sure they're watered. I do quite a few fresh trees, but we're also working with some of the best.
Is there a tree
botanical.
forest? Are they real
There's a
trees
whole
or fake
nursery.
trees?
There's a whole nursery up there that sell beautiful, up
And
to 18 feet
Okay,
tall.
just so you know, Siri's been doing.
Oh.
Okay, Siri has been doing my readings lately
Oh, wow.
as well. She's trying to get into the act. I'm turning you off, Siri. Okay, so go on. I'm sorry. So
Yeah,
I
so
didn't know
the
there was a nursery
nursery's up
in
there.
Santa Barbara.
And that's where they have some of the most beautiful trees that come down, from Central California. And they bring them down in trucks, and they're put up, and they have people that come test them every week to make sure they're not drying out too quickly. And they have special procedures they do to inject the water and the sugar into them because they're being lit with
Wait,
real electrical-
sugar.
There's a sugar water syrup that they're injecting into the trunk to really keep that tree preserved. Not a glycerin, a safe, and that's a whole big company process.
So what about people who really don't have somebody to be a caretaker for their trees? What
Then
are
they
some?
should probably get a really great permanent artificial botanically correct artificial tree.
Right. And what
Balsam
about
Hill or somewhere like that where it looks amazing. You can't tell.
and what about the lights though?
The lights are all pre-lit. They're all on there. You can get that tree and you plug it in. It lasts for 3 years with the warranty.
Why only 3 years?
Well, some people leave them on every day for like 3 weeks or 5 weeks or 6 weeks. And so
Yeah.
you just have a guarantee that they're going to not burn out. So, yeah. People like them on timers. So they go off in the middle of the night and they go on in the morning at 5 in the morning. So
So
we have our tree on all night.
You do.
Yeah.
What does Kesha, their Chihuahua, does she think it's an outdoor potty, an indoor potty?
Oh no, but she loves to sit there and model by it. She's so
She
cute.
does.
She's
She's
waiting
so
for her stocking to
cute.
be hung. Which
We
haven't
love
hung it.
Kesha.
We
That's
do.
Sonny's girlfriend, one of
Yes.
his girlfriends.
Our little baby. Yeah.
Kesha. She's so sweet.
Yeah.
And so, but which is a safer tree to get?
I would think these days I tend to go more towards, I mean, if you're in an apartment or you're in a condo or small space, get a beautiful artificial tree. Today you can't tell. Get the scenticles that go with it that smell like an evergreen, and you're safe and it's easy to put away. The
And then
fresh trees are beautiful. Maybe get a little fresh Charlie Brown tree for the kitchen.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, then you're getting the best of both worlds. But when
So-
you get in those big grand homes.
So mostly the living room.
Yep. Living room and maybe something in the dining
Did
room.
you ever put up a train? I once knew somebody who had a train that went all the way around the room.
The whole living room?
Yeah, the whole living room up
I have a
on a
nephew
shelf.
who's done that. It's they have to build out the whole thing. but
Yeah.
I think that's really great. if you
I
have the time
love
for that.
trains
My
like that.
grandfather did that.
Your grandfather did.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'm feeling him.
Well, that's probably the reason
I
why, as a kid, I mean, the whole thing is my mom and dad didn't have a lot of money, but they always made our Christmas. I was always the first one to go down and see the magic of the stockings and the presents. And it didn't matter how many presents, my mom had everything perfectly wrapped. And it was like, she made it so magical.
Can I read for you?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know what I'm going to get because even though we know each other, and it's harder for me when I know someone to read for them, but I was kind of feeling like, why did I say the train? Maybe your grandpa's here.
We
Maybe
did
your
have a
grandma's
train.
here.
The grandpa
So
built the
I
train.
don't know who this is, but I'm getting somebody. Is there somebody that's an M or A? Was your grandmother an A or an M?
Eunice.
Don't say names. Oh, that's an EU.
It's
That's
EU,
not
yeah.
no. Who's it? Did you have a middle name or a last name? That wasn't. There's nobody that starts with an M or an A, or is your mom or anyone living that is?
There is.
What? And are they living?
She is.
Is it an M or an A?
An A.
Is it A-N? Is it spelled A-N or A with an M or L in it? Or just starts with A?
It's close. You're close.
Is there an
but
N in that name?
There's an N in there.
Is it Agnes? Or I don't know, but it's A with an
You're
N in it.
very close. Yeah, you're very close.
Is it? But it's not A-N, but it's A with an N in it.
Right.
Is there R in that
There's an
name?
R
Is
in
it
it.
Arlene or
Close.
Arlena? Arlena? I don't know the name. Arlen?
Oh, you're very
What is
close.
it?
Irene.
Irene. Who's that?
My grandma's middle name.
Is she living?
She's still alive. She's 95.
That's incredible.
She's the artist
Is
of
it
the family.
Is it her husband
Yes.
that we
Right.
were talking about?
Yeah,
I have
Charlie.
a feeling
Well,
he's.
my middle name is Charles.
Don't say names. Just say
Okay.
yes or no.
Yes.
I
yes.
feel like he's the one that, for some reason, when I said about the train, I felt like it was guided to me like that. I feel like, so that's Charlie.
Yeah.
Choo Choo Charlie.
Yeah. Charlie. He's the
Yeah.
one that built the train and built the whole thing. We set the tree up. We
I
did the
feel
tradition
like,
with-
do you feel his energy with
I
you?
do. I
at
always do.
at the Christmas things, right?
Totally. He was
Right.
the one that set the precedence for the whole family.
He's showing me a J, and there's also an R or B. Is there an R or B person?
the B person.
A male B with an R in it?
Yes.
BR?
Uh-huh.
Not Bradley, but Bruce or
You're very
it's
close.
BR.
Okay. Very close.
Brian?
Yeah.
Who's
my
that?
brother.
Your brother. Is
Who-
he living?
Yes, he is, and he's very close to my brother, my grandfather, and they would build this set together.
They did it together.
Yeah.
Okay,
You got
because
getting the whole family.
he's
structure's got
showing
it.
he's showing me I feel like he wants your brother to know that he still like is with him and connects with him in this way. And who else is a C or an S besides him? Besides your grandpa Charlie, is there another C or S?
There's an S.
A female or a male S?
A male S.
And that's a first name S with a T in it?
Mm-hmm.
Steve?
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
My uncle Steve. My aunt, my grandpa's daughter's ex-husband who passed away of cancer.
I feel like he's here.
He was also involved in all the big setting up of the Christmas and the family functions. We
Oh,
lost
my
him. We
goodness.
lost my grandpa from cancer.
I feel like they're all here.
That's wild. They really love the Christmas tradition.
Was there a hereditary thing with the cancer?
There was. Yeah, there was.
And
with my grandpa
are
and my
the
aunt.
other family people watching that? Are they watching? Are they getting tested?
They
the
are.
other
We're
people?
all, my sister, everybody has been tested, and we're watching it. We've lost several people with cancer, both sides of my family.
It wasn't colon cancer, was it?
No, it was.
What was it?
It was my grandfather died of bone cancer. His
bone
mother died
cancer.
of breast cancer.
Okay, so but everybody's watching,
They are, to
making
the best
sure
known-
that
yes.
other people they can nip things in the bud,
Yeah,
right?
keeping a good eye on it, especially my brother, myself, my sister. 'Cause
Yeah.
my sister's youngest child had full-on testicular cancer, and when he survived, her youngest.
You're kidding? A
yeah,
young
at
child?
17 years old. Yeah, I went through everything.
Who's an N? An N or M?
Hmm.
Is there a middle name N or M, or is there a Michael or a Nick or M or N?
There's a Nick.
Who's Nick?
Nick is a cousin of mine who died of cancer.
Because he's here too.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like they're all gathering together.
He died, and he died of it was just a spot on his back that he nicked off, and the next thing you know, treatment for 3
Was it
months.
melanoma?
It was melanoma. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of cancer, so we're also cautious. It's been really...
But it's so important to stay on top of it. And,
Totally.
and women should get 3D mammograms.
Yeah.
That's
I
really
believe in that. I
important.
think it's very important.
Yeah, because it's that caught something in my family for somebody, and it was really important. And there's EL or E. Oh, you said there's Eunice.
Yeah.
But is there anyone else that's an E or L or EL? No. I'm not hearing this right. I don't know. But but there's somebody else in my head. So how's your grandma?
My grandma's good. She's very healthy for her age. I mean, she's 95 years old.
And she gets around?
She gets around. Well, she's
Did she fall
bedridden.
recently?
She did fall recently, and she's
Yeah,
not walking
your
anymore.
grandpa's telling me that they've got to keep an
She
eye on
can't
her
walk.
because she fell.
And she was the one that created eggs, like Fabergé eggs, and made Christmas ornaments out of them. And
That's
for years,
amazing.
for 47 years, she had Eunice's egg in Crystal Lake,
that's
Illinois.
That's amazing.
And that's why we.
So your
German,
grandpa
you know.
wants everybody to know that he's waiting for her.
Good.
Like
But she's
not
waiting
that
for
she
him.
not that she's going anywhere. I mean, I don't play God with this.
And
I
she's
don't
so
know
ready
everything.
To go. Yeah, no, it's good. It's
But
good.
he's waiting for her. And what's with the bells? What are the bells or the chimes?
Oh, that's so wild because my grandfather would make beautiful chimes for the backyard, wind chimes.
Wind chimes.
Handmade, big, long pipes, like 6, 7, 8 pipes. On
He's showing them to
He
me.
sold them. We had them. Everybody had them in their backyard. Everybody had chimes.
He-
Wind
he's
chimes.
he's
Wind chimes.
showing
They're
them to me.
beautiful.
Do you
They're long.
still have them?
My mom has a couple sets, yes. They're beautiful. They're very dramatic. And
I have a
long-lived.
feeling you're going to have one of them. Your mom's going to give
I'd love
you
to
one.
get my hands on one, yeah.
I feel like your mom's going to give you one, and I feel like you're going to get a home. Are you talking about buying a home?
We are. I am. Yes, Freddie and I are. That's our plan.
There's a home coming. I don't know. It's
I
not
feel
long.
I'm gonna. I
it's
want
not-
to get a home.
It's not that far away, though. I feel like
I
you're going to
believe
have the chimes in California, though, right?
Yes.
Now I know this logically, but are you still thinking of Palm Springs?
Yes.
My neighbors.
Yeah. And I want chimes in the backyard.
Good. I'll have more people to take care of me in my old age.
Uh-huh.
No pressure. No pressure. Yeah, I feel like there's a home, and that's so cool that your grandpa showed me the chimes.
I miss my grandpa. It's been 24 years, and he and
Did
I
he
were very
wear?
close.
Did he ever wear uniform?
He did.
He's showing me like a uniform. Was he in the army or the?
He was in the army, and then he wore pants, jet shirt with a name tag and a hat.
Yeah,
Just
he's
like,
showing
and he worked
me.
at a factory and he invented something very important. Then he ended up passing away.
He invented something important in the factory.
Yeah, he invented the first resin plastic jar that you would use for urine sample. You used to use glass jars all the time.
Right.
He invented the first sterile plastic one with a plastic lid ever in the United States, and he came up with the formula. And then his business partner, after he passed away, they took all the money.
That's bad karma.
Well, they didn't get their share of the. My grandfather was the genius behind that. Sage Products, and my grandfather was a genius behind it. He was very creative, and he invented so many things, and he was really just always building.
He's incredible, but I feel like you're kind of a chip off the old block with him. I feel like
him and I
there's
were
an
the most
energy,
connected with the whole
creativity,
creative, coming from scratch and just thinking of things and always building and thinking. Yeah.
Did you just delay a dentist appointment or a doctor appointment?
I did.
Freddie's laughing.
I did, yes, because of timing, and yeah, I did.
What, a dentist appointment?
No, it was
or
a doctor's
doctor
appointment. I have to reschedule it, yeah, because of my hectic schedule.
He's saying don't neglect yourself.
I shouldn't. I know that. I agree.
Don't neglect yourself.
Okay.
And also, are you having some issue with reading? Are your eyes needing reading glasses now?
Maybe, yeah, probably.
Are you having a hard time seeing, or what? Or just
no,
starting?
Just lately, yeah.
Just starting.
I'm lately, but I'm going. We have eye appointments scheduled.
You do, yeah. Just
no,
starting.
Definitely. I have to, do a driving.
Just
test.
starting.
Okay, yeah, just starting.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the late 40s thing? Hitting 50.
Yeah.
But I've had pretty good 20/20 vision, but I'm farsighted.
That means you can see far.
I can see far, but the reading gets a little.
The reading gets harder. Yeah, that's okay. Join the club.
Yeah.
Do you have something red and white in your kitchen?
Red and white. Well, I do.
Or what's red and white in your kitchen? Do you have that?
I have this really amazing, beautiful German cast iron pot that you bake in that my mother gave me. Is red and white. I just got it.
You just got it. He
Yeah.
knows about that. So
Yeah,
are
it's
you
a
going to
family
make?
tradition. I've made something already. I love it. It's incredible.
That's crazy. What? But it's a tradition to what? He's showing
my
me the
mother
pot.
has
Did you?
one. We grew up with those.
Did your grandpa have one?
They must have had one because it's
it's a German what?
It's like a stew pot, and you put everything in there, but it's like a crock pot. You throw it in the
Oh,
oven.
it's a crock pot.
But you throw it in the oven. You don't plug it in, and it bakes everything inside, and it's bright red.
Yeah,
white inside.
he loves all that, and he loves to eat.
Stews and,
He loves to eat.
Yeah, definitely.
What's clover?
Clover.
You didn't cook with clover.
No, I liked clove though.
You like clove.
I made a big cooking disaster with clove. I put too much clove in a dish, and nobody could eat it.
That's hilarious. That's
And that
hilarious.
when I was young after home ec and stuff.
And I feel like you're going to take a journey, like a trip to see your mother or your grandmother. Are you planning to see them?
I'm going to see my grandmother, definitely.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to go
Thanksgiving.
visit her.
I'm going to go see her during,
That's so nice.
Thursday, Friday, or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Thanksgiving.
so nice. Where is she?
She's in Orange County.
Oh, so she's not too far.
No, she's not too far. But I definitely want to see her, and it'll be good to see her for the holidays.
Yeah,
and I go make frequent visits.
He's going to be there waiting for her when it's her time with flowers and candy, and he's a gentleman. I don't know if he's going to be in his, I don't know if it's his uniform or what, but more like younger, like army uniform or
He's so
something.
tall and handsome. He was just such a gentleman. He was a good man. Good man. You can't say one thing bad about him.
Well, I'm sure you have a gorgeous family because you're easy on the eyes.
Thank you, Char. You're so sweet. Well, you're gorgeous yourself.
Oh, thank
and Sonny,
you.
You're a little pretty yourself.
Sonny. Well, thank you for letting me read for you. This
I
was
love
so
it,
much
Char.
fun.
Thank you. It was
I love
wonderful.
you too, Bradley. I love it that I got to read for you because I never read
We
for
never
my
get
friends.
we never get our time to do that, and I really appreciate
it's really
it.
a blessing.
It meant a lot
Thank
to
you.
me.
Oh, it means a lot
Happy
to me.
Hanukkah, Merry
You're
Christmas.
Same to you and to everybody else at home, but I just feel like things are going to just keep getting better, and you're going to start making more and more money, and you're going to start getting to do more and more things. Are you wanting to do a book or a table book?
I want to do a memoir, and I want to do a book.
A table book.
And
yeah.
It's funny that you said that. It's like I have to step back and think things are just happening so fast, but I'm embracing every moment. I can't always look perfect. I can't always be perfect. Just go with it and go with the flow, and that's how I'm learning how to do this.
It's gonna.
It's just a fast.
There's a
roller
lot of
coaster.
great things coming. A lot of really positive.
I'm blessed and I'm happy for it. All the change.
A
and
lot
good
of
stuff.
positive things coming.
Good. Well,
Sonny's
fantastic.
giving Mommy lots of kisses.
That's
anyway,
good to hear. That's
Thank
good to
you.
hear. Thank you, Char, for having me. Thank you,
Of
guys.
course. Okay, and how can people get a hold of you?
You can check me out at my website, www.bradschmidtdesigns.com, and you can send me an email. You can go from there. You can go to you'll see my website.
Okay.
You can contact me through my cell.
So there you go, guys. Well, the time went so fast. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. And I'm grateful and thankful for everybody that watches Char Vision. It means the world to me. And I wish everybody a safe holiday and a healthy, happy, successful new year. And I know this hasn't been an easy time for a lot of people, but know that my prayers are with all of you. God bless you. Take good care. And remember, intuition will take you places logic never could. All the best. Bye-bye.